to be quite honest, I'm not sure if advice would have done anything for me when I was a teenager and all this stuff was going on in the beginning of my life. As far as what I wish would have happened, I kind of wish that my mom, I wish that her father, while raising her, had instilled certain things in her to watch out for. I wish my father had been the kind of dad that was more protective of me. It's hard to say that, I really didn't have anybody that could give me advice back then. I had a couple of friends that really didn't understand it. I just felt like I couldn't go to anybody. And back in the 80s when this originally happened to me the first time, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have those kind of sources that were available. I've been asked many times, why didn't you call the police when this was happening? I did call the police after I got married and the abuse was continuing. But I was told by the officers that unless they saw bruises or blood or witnessed anything, that they couldn't do anything. And this was before Hollywood made it a big deal after Nicole Brown Simpson was murdered. Now they have to take somebody into custody. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it, regardless of what happens or doesn't happen. But back then, I couldn't even trust my own gut instinct because I was too young and I really didn't get it. And I don't put blame on anybody. I know there's people that have said my parents were responsible for what happened. To some degree, my father should have been more protective of me being a young girl, but I can't lay blame on anybody for what happened. The man that started that whole thing, my first husband, he was 4 years older than me. He should have known better not to do those things, but obviously the way he was raised, the way that he saw things, I just don't know how to explain it, but I don't think really anybody's advice would have done me any good. If my parents were a strong, solid unit, and my dad was more protective of me when I was a child, then maybe things would have been different.